Hello, and welcome to another Let's Play Pico-8 video. And tonight we're going to be playing Alone in Pico, which is a Pico-8 demake of Alone in the Dark, which some of you may remember from way back in the day. It was essentially a proto-survival horror game, predated Resident Evil. In fact, one of the very first time I saw Resident Evil, it very much reminded me of this game. But apparently Capcom had never heard of it. So they say. But anyway, that's Alone in the Dark, and this is the remake of that. So, it's sort of Lovecraft-inspired type of game, set in a mansion, it's haunted, lots of things going on. So you've got spooky things happening in the mansion, there's zombies, and you've got weapons. Bit like a certain Capcom game, which wasn't in any way inspired by it. But that's the backstory, and now here's the Pico-8 version. So you've got two characters here. I'm going to play as Emily first of all, and give this a go. So, as you can see, first of all, this is 3D, which is pretty novel for a Pico-8 game to be in 3D like this. The controls, as you expect, have the sort of tank-like controls you normally come to expect with early games of this particular type. So it's a matter of looking around and trying to figure out what to do. And as you can see, I've encountered not just an ordinary bench, but an ominous bench. Let's see what else is in the room. No, not quite. Oh, here we are. Alright. Ah! What the fuck? Whoa, okay. So I did not see that coming. Right, so shook the horse. Okay. Don't go near the barrels then. So I can move a chest. Trap doesn't move. I wonder if that stops the zombie. Well, let's find out. So yeah, graphically, it's pretty good actually, considering the original Alone in the Dark didn't look much better than this, to be fair. Oh, barrels of blood, huh? The zombies not come back this time, so that's good. I have a piano key. Yeah, so this is quite a technical achievement for Pico-8. I'm actually really very impressed by this. It's a bit of 3D action. The music, I'm not quite sure what they were going for with this. Personally, I think it would have been better if they just kept sound effects. And maybe just had some minimal drones. But, you know, this tune's not really doing it for me. In fact, if anything, it kind of takes away from the atmosphere. Anyway, I found a small key. Piano's out of tune. So there's no inventory on this. Both buttons do exactly the same thing. Yeah. So what else have we got? No, this is back where I started. Ah, well, I know, I'm being an idiot. That key's for the that door I couldn't open before, isn't it? See, that's what happens when you talk and play at the same time. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, so got a room with some weird marks on the floor. Oh, fuck off. So when you die, you go back to the start. So there's no save points in this. You start off again from where you left off. Alright, no, you start from the beginning. What am I saying? Right, so let's see if I can... Oh, hang on. Actually, all these items are still the same as they were before, so maybe I don't have to do all this shit again. Perhaps I can just continue. Let's find out. There's no run button, I've noticed. So you can just walk. And that's it. So there's black marks on the floor. If I go in that room there on the left, the zombie gets me. What happens if I go in this room? Oh, I need a key. Of course I do. Oh, okay. Okay. So at that time I fell through a hole in the ground. So yeah, it definitely has the same feel of the original Alone in the Dark game, which I do remember being quite creepy at the time. Never played anything like it before when it first came out. Played it on the computer at school. Oh, fucking hell. I can't walk past it myself. Anyway, yeah, played it on the computer at school. The IT teacher let me go in the office and play it when I was in sixth form. And then played it a little bit as well, like my friends' PCs when I was at uni. Yeah. Again, obviously this is before Resident Evil came out, which it wouldn't do for another couple of years or so. Never really liked the Resi games, to be honest with you. I felt that the mechanics were a little bit archaic, and things should have moved on a bit from them. It only really was graphically better, but didn't like the controls, didn't like the item management, didn't like the way it restricted how and when you can save. Because leaving your PlayStation on for hours because you couldn't find a save was not the one. And it wasn't until Silent Hill games that I fell back in love with survival horror type games. Ah, fucking hell. Right. But yeah, I always thought that the original Alone in the Dark games had a unique atmosphere. That the Resi games, with all their better graphics, couldn't match. Anyway, there must be something I have to do to stop this zombie. I walk in here, the zombie gets me. I walk out here, I fall through the fucking floor. Maybe if I go up, inch up against, shimmy against the wall. Nope. Alright, what am I missing? So yeah, it's pretty cool that it doesn't make you start all the way back from the beginning. It does have checkpoints. So I guess it's just a matter of figuring out how to get past each area. So there's nothing in the chest, the piano's out of tune, and the room doesn't go any further beyond here. So yeah, what do I think of this game? Well, the fact that I'm still playing it, well, the fact that I even reviewed it for that matter, or should I say made a video of it, should tell you something. So yeah, it's compelling. I am determined one way or another to figure this shit out. Not quite sure what I'm doing wrong at the moment, but I will continue playing it. I think after... no. Alright, so one last shot, and then that'll be the end of the video, I think. I'm going to just, this time I'm going to see if I can try and get into that corner of the room before the zombie gets me. You did have weapons in the original game, but it doesn't look like you do in this one. The only thing you can do is walk away slowly. Or maybe there are weapons later on, who knows. Oh! What's this then? Ah, alright. So there was a little room there that I'd missed. I was too busy waffling. Anyway. So the drawer is broken. So look at this window. The garden is dark. What's in here? Some old silverware. Oh, got some mirrors. Oh, and I've got another key. There is nothing left. Sounds very final. So yeah, pretty cool game. Aha! So now I'm on the other side. Excuse me. Other side of that room with the zombie. So what happens if I go in here? Yes, camera angles do add that sense of menace that you'd expect from a game like this. And again, the fact that this is on a Pico-8 is especially impressive. The reflection seems odd. Yeah, of course it does. You've got a triangle face. It's made of crude pixels. No getting naked here. Nope, nobody wants to see that. That'll be like being turned on by trigonometry homework. Anyway. So, what's up? Anything up here? Ah, yes, there is. Oh, look at that. I'm sure that zombie's going to come in here and kill me in a minute. Oh, that. Oh, I put the mirror down. Oh, it's going to be this bitch over here, isn't it? Yeah, you. I see you, mate. Another statue blocks away. Oh, shit. Woo! Oh, okay. I thought it was going to come after me. So that... I said I was going to end the video, but fuck it. Let's get... Oh! I finished it! Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Alright. Not bad. Very short. Quite technically impressive for Pico-8. Yeah, so there you go. That's Alone in Pico. That's the entire game, so now you don't even have to play it. Unless you really want to, of course. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next video.